Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today we're taking a look at the early access release of a game called Deep Fringe. This is a deep tactical RPG set in a biopunk wasteland. Now in this game you will equip a diverse array of mechs, machines, and wasteland drifters to defeat a strange enemy force in tactical turn-based combat. Now I played the demo of this one and really enjoyed it, so why not dive on into the early access release on the channel today. Now, as we're going through the video here, if you like this game and you want to check it out for yourself, you can certainly do so. It did just release to early access today, January 15th, 2026. Link in the video description below. Check it out if you like. So we're going to get started here. Smash the like button if you like the Deep Fringe. Consider subscribing if you are new here. And let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, right? Is this something that you want to see some more of? I would certainly produce some more videos and explore this early access release even further. If that's something that you want to see, do let me know. Thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so let's hop on into a brand new campaign right here today, and again, like I mentioned in the intro, let me know if you want to keep seeing this. Let's go. And I really do like the art style of this game, right? Like the character portraits and sprites. It's got this cool, like, biopunk vibe to it. Really do enjoy it. And I don't really know much about what's going on with the story, so let's go ahead and just jump right on into the mission. Alright, so it's to play around. Our units are, of course, outlined with the green health bar, and we have 4 units at our disposal. So first up, we have the Cog Horde. So this guy will actually heal. He's got the weld skill and the height modification skill. So that's right, you can, like, terraform in this, right? Like, I guess, manipulating your environment is definitely part of this game. Next up, we have the useful iron figure. This guy's awesome because he has a heated chainsaw, and then he's got the acid grenade attack, a super useful attack. If you check out this AoE, right? Next up, we have the Fierce Minion. So this guy's all about melee powered punch and then flaming slag, another melee attack. Pretty useful. Then this guy's long range, the Dark Fire. So he's got the nail bolts, and then he's also got the torch, which is going to give us some line of sight, and it's also going to inflict vulnerability on enemies nearby. So a pretty useful unit overall. Our victory condition is to defeat all enemies. Failure condition is allied units are all lost. And the way this game works is, effectively, each unit has 2 different, I guess, currencies or energy types to them. So first and foremost, you do have your action points. The next up, you have your energy, okay? So certain moves will cost action points, certain moves will cost energy. Obviously, action points are used to move. So one tile is 1 action point, so you can move and then expend all of your energy, depending on the types of skills that you have. There are also skills that have ammunition associated with them. Therefore, they do not cost energy or movement points, action points to use. So that is an important distinction, and one of the things that I do like about this game is it seems like you can get a lot of run out of your characters, right? Like, for instance, I could shoot this acid grenade. We could reload with 2 action points, shoot it again, reload and shoot it again, right? Like, there's a ton of flexibility here with each character, and it makes you feel like you're getting a lot of value out of each character. Another call out is you gotta pay attention to the environment, right? There's all kinds of just wasteland type objects sitting around. Like, got a junked mech. This doesn't do too much, but we also have a fuel drum, and this will, of course, explode, so we gotta be careful with that. And as far as our enemies go, seems to maybe be like, I mean, this guy's called a cyborg, and if you want to know what they do, they have their own skill sets, right? All kinds of different, I guess, modifiers in this game, right? LG damage, receptor infestation, there's all kinds of buffs and debuffs. The game has its own nomenclature, if you will. Stats up here, and these stats mean a variety of things. Now, given this is the very first campaign level, I do think that we can probably just mow these guys down, but we do have a pretty imposing looking plasm core here, and what is this guy gonna do? So incubation, summons a larva. Okay, so he will summon. He's also got a dashing attack. Interesting. Alright, the way I see this is we have a nice host of enemies right here. Then, of course, down here, so maybe we split up the team or use this high ground to our advantage to simply snipe them down. In fact, maybe we can height mod, like this location here, so they can't get up. Doesn't look like they can anyways. Okay, not half bad. Well, let's slow the rush on the eastern front here. And then the last call out is, you also have to pay attention to the ceiling. So, this tile right here, as you can see, this little object right here glows when I hover over this tile. So that represents that the ceiling of this tile has this on it. So if you damage this tile, this is actually going to fall, causing bonus damage. So it's a pretty good opportunity to try to simply just snipe this guy down, and then have this fall on him for the kill. And we have a local enemy right here also, the same thing. So let's go ahead and let's just nail bolt this guy. This costs 2 energy to use. So let's go ahead and use it. Bam, that's right. Get sniped, man. So you see the debris fall down and take him out. That's right. Get wrecked. Nail bolt again. So I could actually shoot this fuel drum. Let's do it. Okay, it didn't have enough damage to kill it. Okay, 412. Got it. Alright, well, I don't want to melee attack it, so I think what we have to do is by way of the acid grenade. And I love this attack, man. It's so good. And now we have droppables, right? So we want to collect these. These will be a variety of things that you get post-fights, because there is a big element to this game where you're improving your team, you're equipping your mechs with certain things. You can actually add new unit types, all kinds of things to do post-fight. So let's begin. Let's load another acid grenade in this bad boy. And of course that costs 2 action points, but it does give us the latitude to shoot again. So these guys have 12. This acid grenade is hitting for 6 plus 6 and then armor piercing. So, I mean, we can take out this bunch of them right here too. Let's go ahead and move up. And you bet, bombs away. Bam. Alright, down they go. It seems like drops are pretty common in this. So here's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and get you up. And let's get you up as well. And let's see if maybe we can modify the heights of this terrain here. Let's bring it up one. You can also bring it down if you like too. That should stave him off from damage. And this guy has the welding command. Or excuse me, this guy has the welding command. So he can actually heal and add shield too. So keep that in mind. For a torch, yeah, let's get this down. I think the enemy's probably going to swarm up right in this area. So let's get the torch down to apply vulnerable. And then we can move a few locations. Let's throw another torch over here, just in case the enemy comes from the east. I think as far as that goes, we're looking pretty good. Now, if I had units in my vicinity, we could also use heated chainsaw, right? So think about just the flexibility of the iron figure here, right? If you are entrenched in the enemy, you can use, what, 3 acid grenades as long as it's reloaded. 2 acid grenades, 2 to 3 acid grenades, and then also heated chainsaw 2 times as well. I mean, it's a really impressive unit. Let's go ahead and end turn there. And then instead of the enemy taking, you know, kind of moving one by one, what they actually do is they all move at the same time, which makes the battles feel a little more rapid. Something that I do appreciate as well. So we have a plasm core. He's up here, and he's not happy. So let's go ahead and help him find out. Powered punch. This move will take energy. This flaming slag move right here costs ammunition. So let's go ahead and punch him. Bam. That's right. Apply that vulnerability. Let's punch him again. Bam. Want to be careful with flaming slag. Look at this. Some pretty good coverage there. You bet. Let's go ahead and reload that. Let's do it again. Alright, very, very good. So I could move in for the heated chainsaw. Otherwise, I could look for... I mean, seems like we got a decent acid grenade right here. Otherwise... I mean, nail bolt. What's this doing? 6 plus 2 damage? I think he's got vulnerable stacks in him. Yeah, he does. So let's take him out. Alright, not bad at all. And we got some spoils there as well. So let's go ahead and move you over to collect this. Because we need this guy. We need him to reload first and foremost. And then let's pull him up for the acid grenade down below. You bet. Alright, very good. Armor pierce and vulnerable. This guy succumbs. That's right. Alright, so you got a move point left. I don't really feel comfortable running in with him. Let's go ahead and weld up this guy. Restore that HP. Adds a little bit of shield too. Absolutely fantastic. Let's pull back with you. Let's end the turn there. Alright, enemy round. Alright, so incubation. This guy spawns more larvae. Looks like these guys can attack from this vantage point. They are applied with the arson debuff, which is effectively burn. Alright, that's not bad at all, man. That was a power punch. I say we pursue. Let's pursue him. Bam. That's right, get wrecked, man. You got nothing. Can't really do anything else. Let's see. Let's go ahead and reload. Looks like I've got a decent acid grenade right here, man. Reload again. And acid grenade. Alright, down he goes. Good, because he's spawning stuff. Unsavory creatures, man. Alright, so it looks like the map does uncover just a bit more. So Iron Giants, the Copper Root tribe begs for your sanctuary. 3 protocols available, okay? Occupy the stronghold. Eliminates malforms. Initiate immediate. I didn't read that quick enough. So it looks like we have 2 areas of interest to go. Either right here or right here. I do believe this was like to reconvene with these guys. Then this was to take on, I would guess, some sort of enemy insurgents. I mean, I'm all about fighting, getting spoils and loot. So let's do it. But first, let's grab this. And then let's move on in. Can you weld? You can. Good. Weld them up. Alright, nice job. For you, let's go here. Then let's reload. This guy, I'll send him over here to grab this. Right, very good. Let's go ahead and end our turn right there. And let's see if these enemies are... Well, maybe not enemies. They appear to be neutral, given they are in yellow. But we'll see if they mobilize. They do not, okay. So they don't do anything. Completely fine. Let's move you back in. And this guy, let's get him in. I'm not sure what happens when I move to this location, but it looks like we can actually get there. So let's weld you up to add some shield. And moving on in. Let's go. Okay, so we have a giant host of enemies. Wow, okay. Yeah, see, the story in this game, it's definitely something that's kind of lost on me. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the story, like I said. I remember having that same kind of disconnect with the demo as well, but either way, the gameplay itself is fun, and I do like my turn-based tactical games, especially when it's got the hexagons are the bestagons type grid. Absolutely. Alright, so we got all kinds of these guys, and these plasm cores, of course, will continue to spawn enemies. Okay, so it looks like we got a free turn. This is good. If I manage to simply just move 2 locations, I can load up another acid grenade, but do we have the range? Looks like the range is 3 on this. So if you look in the top right corner, you see that green arrow and 5. Well, right next to it is 3. So that is the range. I don't know if we maybe just bump you over. Let's pull you up. Let's give you some welding. Staple you up there, man. Let's get this guy up as well. He's kind of weak at just 16 hit points, so we got to be careful. And his nail bolt has 3 range as well. But let's move you up twice. Preserve those action points if we can. Yeah, you bet. Acid grenade. Hey, how about that? Look at that. The ground just broke out, and he must have fell through the map. Okay, so there must be like certain terrain types that... Yeah, so there's a... If you look in the bottom left, there's a stability rating for each terrain type. So this is cave terrain, stability 4. So maybe there's certain terrain types with less stability that will give out if you attack it. Okay, so cracked forest. Stability 2 after taking damage transforms into something. Okay. So we should probably be aware of terrain type as well. Okay, cool. I mean, definitely not complaining. Let's go ahead and reload another acid grenade and get ready for the onslaught. I would assume they move in. Let's bump this guy up. He is our medic after all. This guy's got a bunch of shields, so let's bump him up. He can take a little bit of damage. That's completely fine. We can always weld them up. Okay, so now the enemy force. Well, the neutral force, I should say. I shouldn't call them enemies. I guess I don't know if they're hostile to me or not. But they do mobilize, and it looks like we got a little 3-faction combat here. Alright, well, we'll see if those guys choose to attack me or not, but how about you? Get wrecked. The way of the fist. And again, bam. That's right, nice hit, man. Nice hit, fierce minion. Acting real fierce. Alright, so let's see. I could go melee. Can this guy come up and get a shot? Yeah, you bet he can. This guy's in a great spot. Snipe this guy down. Nice job. And how about this guy? Alright, nice job. I think I should probably... So let's go here. Let's heated chainsaw. Let's go ahead and acid grenade. Looks like the enemy force is orienting themselves toward the east anyways. Let's go ahead and reload that acid grenade, you bet. Iron figure could use a patching up. Bit of patching up. Let's get them patched up. Let's weld you back together, man. Alright, very good. And it looks like we're good. So let's end our turn right there. Let's see what the neutral units do. Okay, what is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that like a laser or something? Okay, so now they're shifting back my way. And very intense amount of flak taken by this guy. The fierce minion. Did this guy shoot at me? I don't know if these guys are hostile or not. Kind of makes me a little nervous. Alright, let's nail bolt you down. Staple gun you to the cave floor, you bet. Acid grenade. If I move up one, it's more impactful. But if I take this shot here, I can get several acid grenades on this guy, the plasm core. We gotta go up one, man. We have to. What is this? A brood nest. Can I move up? How about that? We got that cracked terrain, right? Alright, nice job. Let's weld this guy up. Nice, restores HP in face and gains shield in face. Let's see, powered punch is hitting for 3 plus 2 LG damage if target size is equal to or less than 2. This guy's size is what? 3, okay. So we're not going to get that bonus. It's just going to do 3 damage. I can move up, punch, and we can move back into formation. I think I should probably do that. Alright, good. Let's end it right there. Let's learn more about these yellow units. Not sure what that laser beam is. And let's see what the enemy does. Right, so they're munching on this guy. Okay, it looks like they actually do drop loot. Is that so? Let's weld you up, man. That's right, get welded up. Powered punch. Bam. Nice job. Let's hop up one. Another powered punch. Let's go right here and get some hot chainsaw action, you bet. Whoops, I hit my own guy. Yeah, don't hit your own guy. So I think what's happening with this attack is... Yeah, so it switches to chainsaw cleave, if you see there, which is It's basically got an AoE of 3 in the front, right? So the first time I used that attack, it was just a single target, but then it changes to a 3 target. So we'll certainly have to keep that in mind. Let's bump you back so you're not on fire. Is there any penalty? I don't trust these guys, man. In fact, that guy was infected anyways. How about this? I can chainsaw all the way up. That's not bad. Chainsaw's got some pretty intense flexibility. Now, of course, we have the chainsaw cleave again. Alright, well, we're about out of things to do, so let's go ahead and end the turn there. Neutral round. Alright, so they come in and, yeah, they are attacking me. So these guys want to find out, huh? You want to mess with me, huh? Alright, we got some nasty larvae coming with the condition called Lysis 2, whatever that means. Well, these guys wanted to pick a fight, I guess. Let's staple gun them. Right, way to staple gun him. Chainsaw cleave. And down he goes. This guy could use a weld. Can we punch? The way of the fist gets it done. You bet. Let's move you up and weld. What are these guys gonna do? We've got a lot of HP. Packer dash. Okay. So it displaces units, as you would think. Doesn't do much damage though. But lots of HP on these guys. Maybe I should fall back in. Should kind of stay in formation. Let's reload an acid grenade. Bombs away. Let's end turn there. Let's see what they do. Alright, so he dashes into me. Okay, wow. Big hit on this guy. What got him? Well, let's patch them back up, man. Weld them back together. Couple of powered punches. Doesn't do much damage, does it? I think we got to get rid of this guy. Before he spawns more of those larvae. Heated chainsaw. So you can see the insane flexibility of this particular unit, right? Let's go ahead and drop down the acid grenade right here, man. Alright, so down he goes. Down goes the other larva as well. Okay, so it looks like you had to destroy all red units, red enemy units. Okay, very, very good. Battle end. Alright, so those guys didn't want any smoke, and I don't blame them. Alright, so victory. Now we have our mission reward. So we get a variety of units to use. We get a variety of equipment. And we get, looks like we have this guy named Tungsteel. Okay, cool. Seems like to be some sort of advanced unit, judging by the outline. Looks like we have a pretty decent piece of equipment here as well. And then there's also components that can be used to purchase things as well. We got 3,000 red currency. That is the currency of the game. You can use it in the shop. Let's go ahead and head back to base. And this is where we can set up our team, okay? So a few different things that we can do. So first and foremost, this is the shop, okay? Of course, we use currency to buy things, but also do pay attention to. So if we look at the Very top of this magnetic rail thruster D10. Obviously, it gives pretty decent stat increases. 6 attack, 2 AP, so 2 AP, 4 energy, and 10 dodge. Very, very good, but it costs 2,000 of this currency. And it also requires one of that purple boxed item and then one of that blue boxed item. Right, doesn't look like we have them. This is an optical calibrator MK1. Okay, Mark 1. Looks like we have this pseudo metal, but I don't have whatever that organ thing is. So that's kind of how it works, right? We're going to be, I would assume, stocking up on a lot of these materials that we could either sell or hold on to so we can actually, I guess you could say, craft things, okay? So we'll have to keep that in mind. You can also purchase units here if you like we have. This is a mayhem cannon. I mean, that sounds pretty compelling, does it not? It absolutely does. Now, you can't necessarily bring all of your units into fights. Each map does have like a unit cap. There's like a point system, right? Each unit is worth a certain amount of points, etc., etc. We do have this guy named Tongue Steel, though. Looks like there's a guy named Kai here as well. So are these like heroes? I guess I don't know. Let's learn a little bit more about them. Okay, so this is an upgrade system, okay? So it looks like Tongue Steel actually is. Okay, so we can use this currency to upgrade them, okay? And then the iron figure uses the red currency to upgrade. Okay, this is coming back to me from the demo. So useful skills to help cultivate your units. And then this is the equip screen. So we have the liquid metal barrier A36. 18 HP, 12 defense, and 2 energy. Wow. Man, that's crazy. Seems like a really good fit for the iron figure. But what do we know about Tongue Steel? So he has a cost of 70 to bring into fight. Keep that in mind. 48 HP. He's large. Decent defense. 8 energy, 4 AP. How about his skill set? Okay, so he's got like a staff. Okay, cool. Can I like see a skill set? Maybe in like the unit selection screen you can. Ah, never mind. Press a little magnifying glass. So, Forged Assaults. So, it's a dashing attack. Okay, interesting. So, this guy's kind of like a melee unit. Fusion Conduction. Consume all current energy. Ember units and objects within one adjacent tile gain amp X. So, skill damage plus X. Okay. So, he's going to amplify the skill damage of adjacent units, where X equals the consumed energy, based on his energy. Interesting. Okay. We have a Forge Workshop. Consume all AP and energy. Summon a Forge Workshop on the target tile. Okay, the workshop consumes 2 energy to summon a Cog Horde. Okay. So a little summon structure. Then Forge Cannon. So that's the same as the summon structure, except for it's a cannon that shoots at enemy units. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it seems like this guy needs high energy. And this right here gives him energy plus 2, so let's actually throw it on him. I mean, he seems to be like a hero unit. So maybe we kind of go all in on him. AP 1. I think we want the AP on the iron figure. Help him like move and reload a grenade. Attack 2, defense 2. I think we can throw it on him. He is a little weaker than Tongue Steel, right? 66 HP on this guy, 40 on this guy. Let's get his attack higher. And then maybe what I do is I spend my early red currency on some items in the shop. We got a freight figure as well. This guy has a ram attack. Okay. And then the other ones we're pretty much familiar with. Darkfire being the sniper, Cog Horde being the healer. Looks like we got a couple of fierce minions as well. So it remains to be seen if like just post-mission the game gives you those, or we found those in the little boxes that we picked up. Remains to be seen. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead. Let's go on into the shop. Let's see, what else can I get? So attack 1, defense 2. I mean, it's useful. AP 1, hydraulic joint. Costs 800, costs one of these. Yeah, I don't mind if I do. I'll buy one of those. We can give that to our Grenader. HP 12, defense plus 8. Let's get one of those. Defense 2, energy 2. Let's grab one of those. Don't have the materials for that. Or this. Attack +2, sure. I mean, it's hard to go wrong. Alright, so you like the energy. Let's get you more energy. You could use the AP. And probably, I mean, HP +12, D8. Yeah. And this Dark Fire guy has pretty good range. But maybe we go in on the Fierce Minion. Buff up his attack a little bit. That at least gives us 3 viable units to use. Really excited to see Tongue Steel in action. So from here, you would go to missions. So let's go ahead and do our missions. Well, actually, let's upgrade. I think I did get one of these. Alright, so when Forge Assault is cast, convert every 2 own energy into 1 temporary size. Restore size after the skill ends. Summon Fierce Minion instead of Cog Horde. Furnace Link AoE +2. Forge Cannon attacks gain Arson 1. Fusion Conduction also restores X HP to targets where X equals consumed energy. So the Fusion Conduction skill. Okay, so that's like an AoE heal. So not only can he amp skill damage, but he can also heal. That's interesting. Forge Assault is cast. Okay, so it makes him larger to do that bonus damage more consistently. Furnace Link. So what is Furnace Link again? Round. Gain 2 energy for each Ember unit within Ring 2. Okay. So at the beginning of the round. I mean, it does give him more energy, and then we can use his useful Fusion Conduction skills. Let's do that one. Sounds good to me. Then the Iron Figure... Yeah, we don't have enough currency to upgrade you. Let's completely fine. Let's head on into another mission. Looks like we're going to have time for about one more mission. But like I said in the intro, if you want to see, a continuation of this, just let me know. We'll fire this back up. Right, we'll load right back up where we left off. And we'll hop on into some more missions. So the way this game goes is you have secondary missions and then a primary mission. So our primary mission is move to the targets. Allied units are all lost. Okay? We have a unit cost of 100, so 100 points, and then a total of 5 units. Oh, this is unit cost 0. Select unit 0. Interesting. So you can't deploy units in that one. Unit cost 100. Gotta move to the targets. Defeat all enemies. Allied units all lost. We can take 3 units with us, or cost of 100. Okay, so these appear to be randomized. I mean... Let's do a defeat all enemies mission. Let's go. Alright, so now we have to select our units. Of course, the cost is in the top right. So this guy costs 70. Wow. That is a lot, man. But I mean, he's like our hero guy, right? Okay, we are immediately surrounded. I mean, do we like this? This kind of seems like a total ambush. I mean, the Iron Figure is our next best unit by far. It's not even close. Do we just try to, like, tank this as good as we possibly can? Maybe. I mean, I can start swinging with some acid grenades. I think that guy's a mortar, I'm pretty sure. If I recall from the demo. I mean, it kind of seems bleak, doesn't it? We're surrounded, but we're a lot stronger. So let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it. Defeat all enemies is our goal. Okay, so you, Forged Assault. So he can't get up this high. That's where the acid grenades are going to come in handy. So speaking of the acid grenades, let's make it happen, man. Alright, nice. So that terrain actually falls, and these guys must take fall damage or something. I mean, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and reload. And this should come down. Not that time, but the ceiling falls out. No, it does this time. Nice. So this is obviously where you like to see energy and AP, right? I mean, that's just too sweet to deny. All kinds of spoils here. I can reload another grenade. And let's see what our hero unit has. Let's collect these spoils. Alright, hit this guy. Alright, nice. Melee attack. Then the ceiling falls in on him. Alright, you love to see that. Absolutely. What is this thing? Man-Eater. Deals 12 damage to one adjacent random enemy. Okay. I mean, that's kind of scary. He's got 20 energy now. So he must get, like, reserve energy. Alright, we've got one of these guys, the Plasm Core. So can I, like, move around with this? Yeah, it looks like you can. Well, that's pretty cool, man. Might as well just collect all these things, right? Might as well. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, I've clearly got to move left. Okay, so it's not letting me move, interestingly enough. Maybe that's called a end turn. Alright, enemy round. In they come. Looks like they're battering the hero just a little bit. But he hangs in there with superior defense. Alright, these man-eaters, okay. So they attack friend and foe alike. Or maybe they're not friendly at all. Let's get some acid grenade action, you bet. That's right. Get chainsawed, man. Get chainsawed. Is there something buggy with this forged assault skill? There might be. I don't know, my guy like freezes up when I try to use it. Know what I mean? Like I'm clearly selecting it, we clearly have. So hard to determine what's going on with that, but it seems to like mess up the rest of my turn, which is kind of goofy. Maybe if the devs are watching this, you can look into that. Let's go ahead and end our turn there, though. Alright, so this guy causes a debuff called Breakdown. Okay. Man-Eater just getting hungry. That's right, get hungry. Alright, chainsaw. Bam. It's just enjoyable watching them burst. Acid grenade. Let's go right here. Unfurl another one. So what I don't want to do is to have to end my turn because this skill doesn't work. Looks like it worked there. Okay, nice. Right, moving on in. Let's get it. Alright, nice. Alright, we're almost out of move. Hard to say exactly what's going on with that skill, but we got some pretty good value out of it that turn. Let's go ahead and end our turn right there. Okay, this guy comes on in, and man, is that hero. He's just got such strong defense. Alright, let's go collect these boxes. Does this have an HP value? It does. Of 4. Should be able to chainsaw him down. That's right, get wrecked, man-eater plants. We got nothing, man. Alright, nice. So he knocks him back. Let's get him again. Bam. Is that the last one? No, there's a... I believe that's a mortar unit. Alright, well, let's end turn there. Little acid grenade. Should help out nicely. And he does shoot me from deep, but... the defense of our characters is plenty. More than enough. Alright, acid grenade. Just out of range. Gotta get in closer. Right, there's 2 mortars. Okay. Let's use this. Alright, nice. So, last 2 rounds. Should help the grenade hit for even more when we finally get into range. I was about to say, can these guys range me from here? And the answer is no. So let's get up close and personal. Well, a little closer anyways. How about this? Alright, absolutely fantastic, man. Alright, very, very good. A successful campaign, a successful battle. Absolutely. Alright, nice. We found some gas ore. Fuel drum. We got star ore. 2,500. A growling throat. Spine alloy. Okay. Well, we got some better materials there for sure. Singularity confinement field. 18 HP, 6 attack, 6 defense. Wow. Does require this star ore, but some crystal that I don't have. Got the micro fusion cell E100 energy plus 4. So also this star currency that we have 3 of actually. Magnetic rail cannon. Attack plus 6. I mean, that's not bad at all, man. Kinetic dampening coating. 18 HP, 4 defense, 2 energy. The answer is, of course, yes on that, man. If you think about survivability. I mean, this is pretty good. Do I get this? Energy plus 4. 1,600. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Seems pretty good to me. Now on into equipment. So you like your energy, man. You're all about the energy. Let's give him this, the microfusion cell. I mean, he's got a pretty good kit. Maybe we try to build up like a 3rd unit. So this guy uses energy when he attacks. So I'm finding that items, obviously in this game, pretty important for sure. Absolutely. And then for this, maybe we can focus on the iron figure with the rest of our currency that we'll likely get at the conclusion of the next battle. So looking forward, we have move to the target. We have another move to the target mission. Okay, so it looks like you have 3 secondary missions and then the primary. So it's likely optional, right? Like you can probably just go right on into the primary, but you can also do the secondaries for extra loots and currency and things of the like. And then head on into the primary, which I would guess advances the story. Now, we can certainly do that, my friends, but we'll have to do that at the beginning of the next episode. Let me know what you want to see, if you want to see some more, that is. Let me know a few things. First and foremost, should we tackle the 2 secondary missions and then hop on into the primary? I would think so, probably, because we want to get all kitted out, right? Or should we just hop right on into the primary mission and focus on the primary missions in this game? Definitely let me know, and that's, of course, if you want to see some more. So let's go ahead and pop on back to the main menu. Saving back to the main menu. And like I said, we can just load this one right back up if you want to see some more. Looks like there's a map editor as well. Super cool. But yeah, this has been Deep Fringe. Like I said, I played the demo of this one and it always stuck out to me. I think it was the art style that stuck out to me the most. I like the, I guess, the melding of mechs and then wasteland drifters. I think it's a cool little aesthetic that this game is working with. I don't know if maybe we encountered a few bugs with that one skill in the second battle there in this, pilot episode of the early access release, or what exactly is going on. So if anybody does know, do let me know. It seemed like I was using this skill as intended. The game just didn't allow me to use. Well, it didn't, I guess, execute the action. Not exactly sure what was going on with that one, but overall, I am compelled by this game and I do think it's fun. I like grid-based combat, especially with the hexagon-based grid, right? Hexagons are the best guns, after all. And this one obviously scratches that itch. I think some of the skills are cool. I think the effects are pretty cool. And I do like the art style and aesthetic of this game. Like I said, as far as story and kind of world building and storytelling, as far as all that goes, I'm a little in the dark on it. Didn't really understand it in the demo. Don't really understand it now. But if you want me to put a little more effort into unveiling the story in the next episode, do let me know that as well. I'm a content creator that tries to give you, what you're asking for. So let me know all of those things. Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the Deep Fringe, check it out for yourself if you like. It does release to early access today on Steam. There'll be a link in the video description below. Smash a like if you enjoyed your time here, and consider subscribing if you happen to be new. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here, but I want to thank you again for spending some time on the channel. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.